the 2021 CCX Media Turkey Trot Boys Hockey Tournament. Our Game 2 features the host Wayzata Trojans taking on the Moorhead Spuds. Hi, I'm Jay Wilcox along with Dan Ficken. And Dan, I don't know that we can promise the kind of drama we had in Game 1 where Edina rallied from a 5-2 deficit to beat Maple Grove in overtime. However, we think this one could be pretty darn good too.
Well, we got kind of the same scenario. We got one team that lost a ton of scoring. The other team's got some kids coming back. Guess what? The team with the kids coming back won that first game, so we might have a repeat of this game too.
Both teams in the state tournament last year. Moorhead comes in ranked number 3. Wayzata ranked number 10 for what that matters as far as preseason rankings. But Wayzata more back on the defensive side of things. They've got a good goalie back and 5 of their 6 defensemen back. So they know early in the year that's probably going to be their strong suit.
Well, you know, they traditionally start a little slow. They're a good defensive club. Pat O'Leary has a system that fantastic. An Ingerman goal, top dollar goalies. They'll be fine there. Find some scoring. That's what they got to do.
Moorhead graduated their top line centerman, their starting goalie, and a couple D, but for the most part, they return a lot of what they had, and that's why there's a lot of excitement up in their part of the state for this year's Spuds team.
They got 4 of their top 5 scorers returning, 6 top D returning. Yeah, it looks pretty good for the Spuds. You know, they had a great team last year. Both these teams were both eliminated by Lakeville South in the state tournament. But it's been a blessing having the Spuds down here. They're a very good hockey team.
Let's look at key players in this one. A couple of returners for each team, starting with Moorhead. And Harper Benz, considering he was a sophomore and it was a shortened season, not too bad last year for him.
Yeah, I'd say, you know, 14 goals, 6 power play goals. Boy, the kid can find the net when they need him to, too. And as a sophomore, now that's going to get scary this year with him. He's probably going to have some breakout season, but he's been a real good hockey player. Be fun watching him tonight.
And for Wayzata, one of their captains, Drew Streeter, has been a defenseman at times, but he's going to be up on a wing this year.
He might bring some big ugly with him, too, you know, throwing that around on defense. It's much easier to go from D to forward than forward to D. So he'll bring some bulk, some good size, add some scoring. Pat O'Leary, I'm good on D. Let's move him up and see if we can get some extra scoring punch. So we'll see if that works out for Wayzata tonight.
All right, as we said, Game 1 was about as exciting as you could get. We'll see what Game 2 holds here tonight. It is Moorhead and Wayzata. Turkey Trot Boys Hockey is next on CCX.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
And welcome back here to Plymouth Ice Center as we get set for game number 2 of this 2-day 4-team tournament. As you can look there at Jacob Vanette, the senior goaltender for Moorhead. He will get the call tonight, so teams in contrast in that way. And Wayzata returns their starter from a year ago, Will Ingeman, where new goalies this year for Moorhead. It sounds like they plan to use already Oliver Judd, their junior, on night number 2 of this tournament, kind of either way. And unless something goes crazy, that's what Coach John Emmerman's plan was. And Pat O'Leary talked in the intermission of that first game about how he said, he expects both teams to be a little nervous tonight here. There's pretty sizable crowd, and it's no longer a scrimmage dress rehearsal kind of thing. The lights are on, the jerseys are on, and obviously these kids have played a ton of hockey over the years. However, it's still opening night jitters that they can expect to see a little bit of, and who weathers that well in this first period will go a long way toward deciding this.
But here's the point. It's the Turkey Trot. This is the best place in the state right now to find out what you got. I mean, you got 4 teams in the top 10. 3 of them were in the state tournament last year. Boy, this is a great place to get your kids tested on and what they want. And we look at the first game. Wow. Edina found themselves here in the last, 6 minutes or so. That was an impressive game by both teams.
And I think these coaches, all 4 of them, realize that it isn't about trying to go undefeated or stay at the top of the rankings or anything like that. It's to make your team better, and that's the way you're going to do that, is playing these good first teams like this. Well,
both Coach O'Leary and Coach Ammerman both are known for getting these kids ready when it counts, the end of the season. So just a good warm-up, help make some decisions, find out who's got some weak spots or where they are, and get them fixed.
Yeah, you had one of these teams with 6 losses last year in a shortened season, the other with 8, yet they were both still in the state tournament. That kind of speaks to the kind of schedules that they like to play, and they know, I mean, let's face it, a good team is going to be 0-2 after this weekend, no matter how you slice it, and that's okay.
Yeah. You know, Maple Grove's facing that right now. What are they ranked right now? They'd be number 1.
Here's a look at the past champions. We started back in 2002 with Burnsville actually winning that first tournament. It's always been a 4-team event, and you see the other champions, Maple Grove, had won the last 2. They're obviously not going to do so here. We're going to take a quick break as we have our national anthem, and we'll be back with the puck drop here. Moorhead and Wayzata next.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV.
Welcome back. As the crowd has thinned out some because we had some that were here to specifically watch Maple Grove Edina, but my goodness, Dan, I think this is the biggest crowd I've ever seen at Turkey Trot for tail end of that first game and then getting ready for game 2. It was kind of gridlock here in the hallways at Plymouth Ice Center, but that's a good thing. That's fun.
Frankly, Jay, where did it thin out? I'm kind of like, where? My God, but we didn't have this tournament last year. And the hockey season was cut short. And these people in this state, we like our high school hockey. And they coming out in droves, especially this tournament. It's a premier tournament. It has some of the best players in the state. I've seen a lot of scouts around from some of the major colleges, Omaha, St. Thomas, Minnesota. They're here tonight. They can see the players they want to see. 4 good teams. I love it.
There's a look at Will Ingeman, the Trojans goaltender. Played very well as a sophomore a year ago. Played most of their minutes. You see over a 90% save percentage and 2.46. And then Jacob Bennett, as we said, the senior starting at the other end for the Spuds. And they have 3 goalies really still fighting for things. As we said, he'll play tonight. Oliver Judd expected to get the start tomorrow night for Moorhead. And we are underway. Moorhead's in white. Wayzata is in the navy blue and flipped into the Trojan zone and race forward early on there. Thomas Schrader hustling after it, but Trojans will come out of there with it. Streeter up the right side. He'll throw one in on net, and the net's going to hang on, and we get a little rough stuff. What'd you say about Drew Streeter? Not afraid to mix it up in there? He goes right to the net along with his buddy John Matson, one of their other captains.
Absolutely. I mean, they're going to throw Wayzata will throw everything, including the kitchen sink, with a dog in it if it gets a chance.
And Moorhead's always had the reputation, too, of being a strong skating team, but also a team that will take the body on a consistent year-in, year-out basis. Obviously, some years you're a little bigger or stronger than other years, but just that's part of their culture hockey-wise, too. That pass knocked down, and Trojans trying to break it out. Some good work there with the stick, though, by Carson Triggs. Tried to get it back down to Triggs. Matson intercepted it. Probably less of a free-flowing game. Maybe this might be slightly compared to game 1, maybe, but obviously we got a lot of guys who can really go on in these 2 teams as well.
Well, Spud set up a nice trap there in the neutral zone and took the puck off the stick of Wayzata. They couldn't get in clean, but Wayzata's turning up the forechecking pressure here.
Trying to dig it loose alongside the net. Finally kicked out of there. Trojans with Dylan Punzenberger going back to the point. They try to come back to him in the corner. Max McCollins working hard there. Spuds trying to break it out up their left wing side. They'll get it at least to center, but quickly relayed right back in. Colby Creer back to get it. 3 of their top 4 D returning. They've got some good ones back there on the blue line. Takeaway here though, but unable to get rid of it was Kason Sauer. Now that pass is didn't see it coming, was Aaron Ryerson. Wayzata working hard on the forecheck early here. Jumping up was Evan Johnson, a defenseman getting into the play there for the Trojans. Tried to reverse it, but that puck deflected by Reese Wallen. Now, as Wayzata was changing, a little more room to work with for Moorhead, and Ian Ness carries it into the Trojan zone. Knocked away from Schrader. He'll play it around behind. First to it, Mason Osberg for Wayzata. No score early on here. Wayzata and Moorhead. Game 2 of the Turkey Trot. The first one was a thriller, a stunner, whatever you want to call it. Maple Grove was up 5-2 fairly late in the game. Edina scored 3 times to force OT and then won it in overtime 6-5. It's kind of hard to ever call it an upset when Edina wins in Hockey Dan, but I mean the way they came back, I don't know that many people in the rink really saw that one coming.
They played their best hockey in the last 6 minutes of the game, period. And it won it for him.
Madsen looking for a return and just had his stick lifted as Britton Alstead was on the same page as Madsen there, but the defenseman got his stick into Madsen a little bit.
Now you're going to see the Spuds. They're going to push you inside out. They want to keep you outside, especially in the defensive zone. They'll put a little trap on with the center in the neutral zone, and that's how they'll attack the Trojans.
Breakout pass was knocked away, but then chopped away from Caleb Alderson as he came behind the net. Ooh, serious check thrown there by John Madsen. Puck loose though in the circle, a shot, and that one whistles just wide. First pretty decent attempt of the game for either team right there, but missed the net. Joe Schiller, now it's popped back out to center. Creer plays it ahead for the Spuds, and they'll look to change up as back together for Wayzata. Cash and Nave. Ooh, a near turnover there, and they stay on. No, they did not stay on side as Gavin Lindberg was trapped in. He tried really hard to get that left skate out beyond the blue line, but couldn't quite do it. Or not quite in time anyway. You see as they force the turnover, 3 is stuck. He's stuck. And yeah, just didn't quite get there.
This is a pretty big line for the Spuds. I'm pretty impressed with the size here. We saw some giants on the Maple Grove team earlier, but we'll see if they can get some forechecking effectiveness going on here.
I happened to be down when Maple Grove was coming on the ice down in the corner there, and a couple of those guys I thought, am I at a Wild game or is this a high school hockey game? There's John Emmerman, 9th season as head coach, and he brought out something that I hadn't really thought about last year. Obviously, to get the kind of competition they want to see, they have to come down to the Twin Cities quite a bit. He said our back-to-backs were curtailed last year. We had to do things different scheduling-wise with the with the COVID protocols in place a season ago. So I think he felt like they were, did well to do as well as they could, but not quite the schedule that they normally would want to play, or just not in the same fashion. Yeah,
we talked about Maple Grove the same way too, where he took on an extra game here at the last minute before the tournament because he worried his schedule wasn't strong enough.
Puck bounced away. Pass flipped out front. Nice recovery there by Joe Grammer for the Spuds. Turnaround try there, thrown on net, and Burnett will make the save there for Moorhead. Tip loose at center, relayed right back into the Spud zone as Max McCollins gives chase there along with Andrew Searles. Searles got the pass away, but Wayzata's not laying back any. They're coming after him with the forecheck. There isn't any passes conceded, even those short ones in the defensive zone for Moorhead. And there's a look at Pat O'Leary, the Trojans head coach, and I think everybody, and Pat feels the same way, we just kind of missed this tournament last year. It was one of many things that, in the overall scheme of life, not having the Turkey Trot isn't the end of the world, but still, it's something that I think all the teams look forward to.
Well, it makes all 4 of these teams better teams quicker. And with the conferences they play in, and I mean all 4 of them, They need to get better as quick as they possibly can.
Greer leading the rush there, throws it to the wall. And he puts on a little forecheck pressure on Nave. Pass gets away and kept in, and it's a goal! Lofted in on net. Schiller, I don't know if it was tipped out front or not, but the Spuds will get on the board first on a long attempt. It looks like it's going to be Ryerson who deflected that one in as he's taking the congratulations along the Moorhead bench. So Aaron Ryerson will tip in the point shot from Schiller. Oh yeah,
yep.
He got a piece of it there and correctly called non-high stick there, it looks like, too.
Nice play. What a calm play in front. Got that stick in the right spot. Got themselves a goal.
Pushed wide of the net there by Streeter. Now thrown out front. Ooh, and that one made it all the way through, and Vanette had to kick the pad out.
You can find out in the first game, nobody can fall asleep here, especially the goalies.
Oh, look at this bounce, and it's a goal! Wayzata uses the home rink bad bounce. And they are on the board for the first time this season as Jake Matson will put it away for Wayzata. We've seen this in past years, that particular spot along the wall. And obviously it left Vanette hung out to dry as he came out to play the carom, and it went very awkwardly out front.
Right there. Counselor Realty sign. And Madsen right there in the spot and put her away. We got a tie game. Young sophomore at the right place at the right time. It's nice when you take advantage of opportunities like that. And you might call it an unfair advantage. You don't, because each rink has got its own quick quirks.
They'll call it unassisted, although I think you could make the case that the dump in should have been an assist there. But here comes Max McCollums trying to throw it off the wall to himself, and now he gives forecheck pressure. So even up at a goal apiece, goals 23 seconds apart. Wayzata taking advantage of a fluky bounce there. Pushed back down deep for the Trojans by Mason Osberg. Dangerous pass. They're going to wave off icing as it sailed by Osberg there. Ingeman leaving it there for Lesser. Justin Lesser looking to spring Streeter, and he deflects it on net. He wanted to control it with the skate and then take it to his stick, but instead it goes all the way in on goal. Drew Streeter shaking his head a little bit there.
Well, that's what happens when you move a D up forward. I had to say it, Jay. Yeah. I just had to.
Plus, he was busy being a heck of a football player this fall, too. So probably, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. He probably got a little bit less preseason work in possibly than some of his teammates. But no, he's a nice guy. I had a chance to talk to he and John Matson the other day. Thrown out front. And now here's a little 2-on-1 down low, but the pass knocked away by Creer.
A little too tight. Probably should have taken the shot there instead of passed it.
Ooh, and there's another bad bounce. Madsen paid the price. Now it's off Creer's skate. He tries to dig it free. Jams at it. It hit the pad there of Vanette. Back out to the point. A fan down there, and here's a chance the other way now for Benz. Breakaway. Harper Benz fires. Oh, and it's a close call, but no. Ingeman got a piece of it, I think, and then he turned his head. It was behind him, but missed the net.
Almost slipped it in 5-0, but he got the pad on it just at the right moment to get it out of there.
Oh, Benz with another opportunity there, and Ingeman coming up with the stop as he was alone in the slot. Fanned on there, but recovered and thrown back down deep. It'll get all the way around here to Schrader. Spuds buzzing pretty good on this shift, boy. Trying to take the lead back. It's a 1-1 hockey game. Knocked loose there, kept in at the line. They'll play it in deep, looking around for Gavin Lindberg. Lindberg waiting for the Spuds to finish a change. Does a nice job holding possession. He recognized that play very well. Oh, a nice move to the net. Ooh. Ingeman closes the door on Thomas Schrader. Dan, I think these teams might have heard us say that it'd be hard-pressed to match the excitement of the first game, because I don't know, this is pretty dang good, too.
Well, we threw the gauntlet down, and they picked it up, Jay. We'll see an opportunity. Look at this. I mean, just pulls away, gets a good opportunity. I think he sets it up well, but England wouldn't give ground. He stayed nice, top of the crease, and just let that angle get cut down. Did a nice job making a save there.
Thrown wide of the net. Tipped just out of the zone by Kaysen Sauer. Sauer up with it, and he'll flip it into the Moorhead zone here. Tracked down by Searles, now put out front. Kept in at the line here by Osberg, but not for long. Now the Spuds back the other way. Oh, a little opportunity here, and Ingeman sliding across.
What? What a save.
How the heck did he make that stop, huh?
Wow. Went left, right, post to post, got back quick. Beautiful layout here. Beautiful pass. And folks, he skipped 2 kids and went to the far side, and Ingman still got over there. What a great save.
Race for the puck deep into the Spud zone as Joe Schiller goes back to get it. Around there to Creer. Schiller, nice stick handling here, gets it out of there to Alderson. Trying to bank it ahead. Nice pass to Tweet. And Ingeman with another stop there as Wyatt Tweet coming hard up the right side. And boy, in the last 2 minutes, Will Ingeman's been tested here, huh?
Absolutely. Luke Miller, the D for Wayzata. They did a nice job. Watch him close down the middle there. And wouldn't allow that pass to get through. I'm sorry, it wasn't. That was, yes, it was. Britton Alstead did a nice job back checking and covered the far side wing, so forced the guy to take a shot, but Jenga could follow.
Streeter carrying it in, takes a hit.
Move it, let's go! There's the whistle, let's go!
Puck still stuck, Trojans eventually dig it out. Now Streeter in the corner. Ooh. Takes a hit from Creer. Breakout pass was knocked down. And they're able to keep it in the zone. Matson, who scored Wayzata's goal. Streeter putting it out front. Here's Matson. Oh, and there's a great stop at the other end by Vanat. Matson had a little trouble gaining control of that one.
Puck was bouncing.
Yeah, he was just trying to get it to settle, but he still got a pretty decent attempt away.
You see it coming through here. Perfect setup. Comes right through, bounces on a stick. And he can't get a good wood on it. A good play, though. Wayzata's just got an extra jump right now, Jay. They're just not letting the Spuds get any continual control, keeping them bottled in their own zone. And this early in the season, that's going to wear legs down.
Ian Ness getting the pass away to Schrader. 3-on-2, and now the trailer. Oh, and that one deflecting just wide as Ryerson had an attempt.
Well, the Spuds are doing a real good job on an outman situation, getting it to the far side wing, almost a backdoor play every single time.
Lugged out here by Nave. Nave shooting, it was blocked. Cleared but not out. As Alstead jumped into the play. Now Nave will track it down here for Wayzata. Whips that one across ice to Osberg. Pass was tipped and then taken by the Spuds. Schiller being pursued. Nice step up and takeaway for the Trojans. Bounced away there from Luke Miller. Miller throwing it out front. And now tipped to the line, but kept in as thrown toward the net by Mason Moorhead. And we're going to have a penalty against Wayzata right there as Luke Miller came in and threw a hit. Probably a boarding, maybe, roughing, checking from behind, take your pick.
Oh, see what he's saying. I don't think they're going to signal from behind, but
yeah, they're going to discuss this.
Yes, they are.
There's a possibility of this being a major. It is going to be a major.
See coming
Schiller
up here.
has it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Full cross check the whole bit.
So it'll be a boarding major against Luke Miller.
But it wasn't a misconduct, so he wasn't disqualified.
Spuds to the power play. First power play for either team here in the game.
That's kind of the break the Spuds needed. Wayzata was putting tremendous pressure on him.
In behind the net, Trojans trying to get it out. Good speed to get there by Grammer. Battle for it there, is trying to do his best to keep it against the wall is Evan Johnson. Time ticking off that clock, which Wayzata sure doesn't mind. Now it comes out to the circle, a shot through traffic, and it's in. Grammer took the shot, see if it hit anybody on the way in. Yeah, it looks like it was tipped again here. Carson Triggs will be the goal scorer, it looks like, for the Spuds. And keep in mind that the power play does not end since it was a major.
Engelman was screened on this play. Watch how many players are in front of him when the shot comes through. Look at that. Two guys went right in front of him, and then the second Wayzata D kind of delayed there too. And he finds just the right spot in between everybody, goes into the upper corner.
Offside here.
You know, this is all good stuff the coaches like to have too. A 5-minute major penalty. You know what? If you haven't had time to practice on your power play, you're going to get some practice now, which is fabulous. And penalty killing.
Trojans pop it out, so Moorhead taking a 2-1 lead on the goal by Triggs. Schiller circling back. Schiller's pass knocked down there by Osberg, and he'll throw it right back into the Moorhead zone here. 3.5 to play in the first period. It is 2-1 in favor of Moorhead as they've just scored on a 5-minute major power play. Ian Nass out front it comes. Ooh, and Ingeman shuts the door on Ryerson, who has got a return pass there and was in tight with a good opportunity.
Right now it's been all on Ingeman because they're getting some shots and the pucks are coming through to him. But he's pretty much ready for everything that's happened. That first goal he couldn't see. Or the second goal he couldn't see.
Off the face-off, it comes back out to the Moorhead blue line where Grammer will pick it up. Grammer, smooth skating defenseman, carries it in. Throwing it on net there. It's deflected to the corner. Holding possession now all the way around it comes here. Grammer. Exchanges there with Lindberg, and then across ice it was tipped. Lindberg wheeling away, now Grammer. Firing, and Ingeman with a glove catch as he tried to use that traffic in front as a screen. Grammer trying to thread that one through traffic.
But you can see where they're trying to set up that backdoor play, especially on the far side off-puck wing. In there, they've been consistently trying to get that done throughout this period. The Spuds have.
Off the draw, jumping in to get it there is Schrader. Back out to the point, Creer.
Ooh.
Schiller looking for an opening. He'll drop it into the circle. That shot sailing wide, and then Creer chases the rebound down.
Less than 2 to go now.
Little spin move there. Ryerson keeps possession. And nice job tipping it out of there by Reese Wallen. Ooh, and then a dangerous one there. Banked into the Wayzata zone, but quickly gathered and thrown right back out by Evan Johnson. So they finally get it away from the Spuds there, and Wallen tracks it down. Wallen trying to play it back to the blue line, does, and a shot hammered on there by Gardner. Here's Schiller. Schiller trying to bank it in, but it hit somebody on the way in. Oh, and then out front it comes. Gardner was very slow to react there. He had a pretty good chance to clear it, it appeared, but couldn't get his stick around. Now they do get it out. Under a minute to go in the power play. Burnett had the puck get away from him a little bit there, and John Matson had eyes of tucking it into an empty net.
Now we have a conversation with Mr. Vanette when they get in the locker room about stay in your net, don't go out of it, please.
A minute to go in the period. Grammer dropping it down low. He'll get it back. Back over to Lindbergh. Down deep with it, and now way across. Here's a shot. It trickles just wide. And now brought out front. Oh, and a backhander and a blocker save there by Ingeman. As a nifty little move by Bentz. That one was tougher than it probably appeared as he got it real bit quick.
His positioning is so good though, Jay.
Under a half minute to go in the period and just a few seconds remaining in the power play. And that one handcuffing Ingeman. And see, the net must be off there. Yeah, it is. 20 seconds to go in the period. Penalty time has now expired, so Moorhead does get one on the major penalty against the Trojans.
That was still a very good kill. And there's the reason why right there.
Thrown wide of the net by Creer. And then that one sails wide as well. Long race for it here, and a shot. Wow. Burnett had to make a save, and then some rough stuff after the whistle as Kason Sauer tracked that one down and got a shot away. I was mentally thinking he was going to run out of room and not be able to get to that, but the puck slowed down enough, and Sauer got away a pretty decent opportunity there from a bad angle.
Here's the deal, too, and I like that. I like the way the forward came in and crashed on it, and yeah, he got an extra swipe in. The defense got pissed, but good. Be aggressive. Let the goalie know you're going to be in his grill the whole night.
So 1 second to go. Off the draw, period will come to an end, and an eventful first period. Our score after one is Moorhead 2, Wayzata 1. First intermission up next on CCX.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
Welcome back here to Plymouth Ice Center. We're through one period of our second game. Moorhead leading Wayzata 2-1. John Ammerman, the Moorhead coach, joins us. And what did you think of that first 17 for your team out there tonight?
I thought the first 3 to 5 minutes we were doing a lot of standing and watching, but credit Wayzata, they came out extremely hard and they made their bounces. I thought as the game or as the period went, obviously having a major power play helps, but overall we got better as the period went. We had a fair share of chances and lucky to get out of there 2-1.
I thought your guys' spacing was pretty good on some of those rushes too. I mean, it just felt like guys who have played a lot of hockey and knowing situations and everything too.
Yeah, and quick transition as well. I thought we need to clean up a little bit in our defensive zone. I think a lot of standing around, but that comes natural early on where you're not really quite sure, so you don't do anything, and hopefully we can clean that up and play a little bit faster and more efficient in the second.
No doubt they were really aggressive on the forecheck. Is there things you want to see differently done to counteract that a little bit?
I I think we just need to get back to pucks quicker. I don't think it's anything other than we were just kind of lackadaisical getting back there to start. So, like I said, I thought we got much better as the period went, and playing on that power play for 5 minutes helps with possession, but hopefully we use a little bit of that momentum and play a little bit smarter maybe in the second.
Obviously, these are games that count, but is this still evaluation time kind of too for all the teams this weekend?
Absolutely. You know, it's an opportunity for kids to get out there and play, and, you know, things like starting lineups and crowds, and it's all new this year for a lot of these guys because last year we didn't have some of those things. So, you know, it's a lot of guys with their eyes wide open here playing and hopefully learning on the fly.
Thanks for joining us. Good luck the rest of the way here, and enjoy the rest of the tournament also, Coach.
Yeah, thank you. It's fun to be here.
All right. It's Moorhead leading at 2-1 over the host Wayzata Trojans after one period. We'll have first period highlights and then more hockey for you here on CCX.
If I could be you, and you could be me for just 1 hour. If we could find a way to get inside each other's minds. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes. Well, before you abuse, criticize, and accuse. Walk a mile in my shoes.
Welcome back here to the CCX Media Turkey Trot Hockey Tournament hosted by the Wayzata Trojans here at Plymouth Ice Center. And the Trojans trailing Moorhead by a score of 2-1 after one period as we check out first period highlights. And the first couple of goals were kind of bang bang, one right after the other. First, Moorhead as the shot from the point deflected in out front by 22, Aaron Ryerson. And then just 23 seconds later, a bad bounce. Not much Vanette could do about that one, and tucked away there by Matson, Jake Matson, that is, for the Trojans. And Will Ingeman had a busy first period. What about that save? That was beautiful. Basically a 3-on-1. He slides across. And I had to hold for a moment because I thought he couldn't have possibly got that one, could he? But he did. And a couple of it. And then here's the 5-minute major that Wayzata took as Miller. And it led to a goal here as tipped out in front. Cutting across the middle was Carson Triggs and got his stick on that one. Wayzata, as it went on, did a pretty decent job killing from there. However, the goal had already been scored at that point. So Moorhead leading it by a score of 2-1 through one period of play. We got a lot more hockey to go. First game went to Edina in a furious rally, beating Maple Grove 6-5 in overtime. Stay tuned, more hockey coming up here from Plymouth. Welcome back here to Plymouth Ice Center along with Dan Fick, and I'm Jay Wilcox. Moorhead leading Wayzata 2-1 after one period. And I'll make a quick note here that we are without our usual sidekick, John Jacobson, tonight. He's got a pretty good reason, though. He's covering Maple Grove at the Prep Bowl tonight, and also a Crimson football dad. So best of luck to them. Their game, I think, is probably in progress against Lakeville South right now for the Class 6A championship. And of course, a couple of Maple Grove hockey players were absent tonight from their game because they are at US Bank Stadium as well. So as Coach Berglund said in the intermission of that first game, exciting time around their high school. So John will be back with us on Saturday, he said, if his voice still exists after tonight. Will Ingeman had a busy first period for the Trojans, and some high quality shots that he ended up stopping, and the ones that got by him were pretty nice tips, and ones that, I mean, difficult saves for sure.
Well, the second goal was a power play goal on a major, so early in the season, if your power play can help you out, you're going to win a lot of games earlier on if you can get that rolling quick.
Gardner sending it up the wall. It's tipped in. John Madsen giving chase there, but nudged off it nicely. However, some good forecheck pressure still applied there by Jake Madsen, his younger brother. Across it comes and flipped on in. Trojans looking to get back to work. Asked Coach Emmerman about, the forecheck pressure Wayzata put on. He said, well, here's a chance for a 2-on-1 first. We'll tell you about that in a moment. Flip back across. Oh, and then a return, a little overpassing. Yep. Triggs tried to give it back to Lindbergh. Should have taken that shot. But he said, really what we need to be doing is Streeter goes to the net and a nice stop. So we just need to get back to pucks quicker, have more urgency getting to the puck. And there's a rebound try by Streeter, swept wide. And Streeter goes down hard. He might be hurt. Going to limp over to the bench. Bank pass ahead now to Triggs. Throws it out front. Ingeman, another big stop on Gavin Lindbergh. Tip loose to center. Race for it here. Schiller will get there first, but he's all alone for the moment. Sent up the wall, and Spud's trying to bank it out. Couldn't quite do it, though. Nice stick there by Justin Lesser. Now Trojans get it back again. Tried to go to the point with it. Thrown back down deep.
Well, you can see the change of strategy. The Trojans are trying to get the puck down behind the Moorhead defense and try to make a mistake coming out. And it's been effective, but they haven't had any real opportunities to score on it.
Tip back here to Ian Ness. Carrying it hard up the left wing. Flipped it out front. It was knocked down there by Gibber Cool. By the way, not a lot of better names you'll find this hockey season than Gibber Cool. There's another stop by Ingeman.
I'm so tempted to make the statement, but I won't do it.
Carried here by Reese Wallen. Dropping it back.
Shoot.
Nice move by Nave. Nave firing, but it missed the net. Tried to go high glove side. Centering pass there, knocked away by Schrader, and he'll bank it on out. This will be icing if it gets there. And indeed it will. So icing call against the Spuds. 14:35 to go here in period 2. Moorhead leading it 2-1.
So far, it's been a turnaround here in the second period for Wayzata. They are putting pressure on and going after them hard, putting more reliance on the forecheck than defense. They've given up a few man rushes here, which they're going to have to shut that down because Moorhead will eventually score on you in that.
Flipped out front. It handcuffed Luke Miller a little bit. Miller throwing a check, but deftly avoided there by Grammer. Again, nothing coming easy though for Moorhead as they're being pressured on every pass. Thrown in deep there. Moray back to get it for Wayzata. Couldn't get it out though. Grammer throwing one on net. Ingeman gloves and drops. Osberg trying to get it out. Bounces again. Turnaround try. Saved by Ingeman as he's able to stop Wyatt Tweet. Wayzata got to clean that up though. Turned it over in the high slot. And this not going to be an ice there as it's dumped down. Grammer will pick it up.
Well, what it's going to do, if they start making mistakes there by their own blue line, the Spud defense isn't going to go past their red line. They're going to stay inside and trap that neutral zone for errant passes coming out and turn it around quick. Their transition's been good, Jay, so far, and they've used it to turn this period a little bit here.
Another look at that opportunity as Ingeman, not only the save, but he was able to sweep it with the stick away from the rebound try there by, I believe it was Justin Stahlberger out front.
Well, so far Ingeman's been the best player for Wayzata right now.
On the rush, Lindbergh flipping it over right side, tried to go back to Lindbergh as Benz looking to set him up, and again, maybe could have taken the shot there.
Early season lessons.
Now out front, here's a chance. Ingeman with another big stop as Carson Triggs was alone in front. And Wayzata, for having as much experience as they do on D, they've been caught more times than their coaches would like.
They're getting out of position. They're also getting odd man. I mean, they're looking at 2-on-1s, 2-on-2s. Look at out front here. All by himself. Where was the D? Where was the center?
And that's happened more times than what they would have liked to see here in the early part of this game. Moorhead, I agree with you. Ingman has been pretty good. This could easily be, 4 goals on the board at least for Moorhead.
Easily. But Pat O'Leary's not happy right now. I'm watching him on the bench a little bit, and he's having a chat with a couple of his assistant coaches. Going to change something here, I think.
That pass hit his skates, so no ice here as his career goes back to get it, but nicely read by Sauer. Now back around. Punzenberger chasing after it toward the corner there. They look to get it back to the point. Ooh, and that one snuck through traffic, and Bonetta to make a save. Now Spuds the other way. Creer pushes it to the corner, and then he'll head off on a change. Now pass banked across behind Punzenberger, and he'll turn and hammer it in, and now Wayzata will look to finish a change. Strammer picks it up and then reverses it. Long pass ahead, right onto the tape. Drop back, but good recovery by Nabe there to deny Ryerson. Now pushed out front, and grabbed by Ingman. As again, a nice setup from behind the net, and just getting there in time, it was Luke Miller to deflect that puck, or that would have been another golden opportunity for the Spuds.
We were watching Kurt Giles in the first game with the Dyna and stuff. You see a good opportunity here, and the defense was facing his goalie, and one thing he said, you could see it by reading it, is to stop watching the puck, and that's what Wayzata is doing right now.
Here's an opportunity for the Trojans. Wallen, it gets away though. Carried hard up the left side there by Tweet. And there's a turnover as it's played back down deep. Nave back to get it. Now Luke Miller giving it up right side, but they'll have to head off on a change, and that'll be nice actually here against the Trojans. I think team speed overall, got to give the guys in white a slight advantage here, and it's at times is showing up.
I would agree. That doesn't mean Wayzata can't skate with them. They certainly can. Like I said, they're watching. They're not using their legs. They're using their sticks to reach.
Draw controlled by Moorhead. Now back to Schiller. Drop the pass off there to Easton Lammers. Here's Bent. Battle for it along the wall there, and finally dug out by Lindberg. Trying to slide it over toward the corner. First to it is Osberg. He'll bank it. Now they do get it out. Moorhead will have to regroup and go again. Lindberg carrying it in. Lindberg a shot. That one deflected wide. Schiller playing it behind the net to Lindberg. The defenseman not afraid to get into the fray here. Now they jam at it over and over. And a battle out front as Harper Benz was there in tight. And Wayzata doing their best to eject him from that area.
You better know where he's standing. That guy can put the puck in the net. The other thing I'm noticing too, Jay, is that the Moorhead defense are not pulling off that offensive blue line quickly. They're kind of sticking back, getting some opportunities. We saw this in the first game too. Get the puck to the net. Just get it in front and see what happens. Just no one cares if it's a pretty goal or a dirty goal.
That one will slide in, and Bennett's not going to take any chances. He'll cover it up here. So another draw, this one at the other end. 10:48 to go in the second. Still 2-1 Moorhead, our score. That was the score after the first period. Teams traded goals less than 30 seconds apart, and then Moorhead got a goal on a 5-minute major penalty taken by Wayzata to lead it 2-1. They about shot the Trojans 19-10, and I think overall chances certainly favored Moorhead at this point. Tipped loose. Running it down now is Moray. Now backhanded out to center. Sauer trying to get control. Plays it in deep. Pass flipped around there to Bentz. Can't get it out though. Here's a try that'll sail wide from Justin Lesser. And then overskated by a couple guys. Moorhead was pretty eager to get up and go, and they forgot the puck. kicked loose by Nave. Now Nave bringing it in, little drop pass, but tipped away. Good recovery by Lindbergh there. He read that pass very well. Lesser skating it for the Trojans, getting it out to center to Miller, and he'll play it in deep. Bennett stopping it, but then the centering pass hit the back of the net as Lesser got to it first, and they jab at it in close, and now it's Moorhead's turn to not like it that Wayzata was in tight. We're going to have a penalty against the Spuds here.
Yes, we are.
Just a little too aggressive in fending off that Wayzata forward. Probably will be a rough or maybe unsportsmanlike, whatever. We
were talking about the crowd here. Now it's amazing how it's strictly standing room only in this place, and that's going to get the Wayzata crowd going. But it's also affecting the warmth in the building here. We could see that beautiful shot there. He thought he had a goal on the top of that triangle, and then the hacking in the side by 19.
It looks like I think it was Schrader, 18.
18, yeah. But what's happening here, this building's heating up, and we're starting to see a lot of bouncing pucks because that ice is getting soft. It's warm in here.
Yeah, I have to, just where we are, it's got to be about 80 degrees. I'm not really sure why they have the heaters on full bore here. It seems rather unnecessary right now at the temperature we've got. But here's John Matson carrying it in. First power play of the season for Wayzata. We'll see what they've got. Nave with it out high, sliding it around. Here's a quick shot. And that one gloved in, held by Vanetta as Luke Miller took the attempt from the circle. Miller, one of those group of talented sophomores making this varsity for Wayzata.
There was only 4 of them that made the team, and it just talks to Wayzata's depth.
Pass flipped ahead, and I'd say overall, I mean, they've definitely got some size, but a few more smaller guys making this Wayzata team maybe than usual. Is that, obviously it varies year by year, but just in general, their style seems to be that they end up with a lot of bigger guys playing. Not necessarily this year. Back comes down low. Good pressure out there, though, by Lindbergh on the penalty kill, and then eventually knocked loose by Searles, and they'll get it out. Nave looking to quickly restart it, though, goes for Streeter, and Spud's unable to clear. Now the second try, they do get it out. Evan Johnson back to pick it up here for Wayzata. 45 now to go in the man advantage for the Trojans. They throw it toward the corner, overskated, but then John Madsen does come up with it. Down he goes. Fans wanted another penalty, but they won't get it. Maybe if we were 5-on-5, that might have been a penalty, but when they're already up a man, well, you kind of hold the whistle a little bit more, I think.
True. I'm not saying it's right. Frankly, it was a trip, and they should be 2 men down right now.
Sauer carrying it up the middle for Wayzata. That one deflected up and out of play as Andrew Searles closing quickly to get a stick on that one. And so 16 to go in the power play for Wayzata. 7:42 remaining in our second period. Still 2-1 Moorhead, our score here. Game 2 of the Turkey Trot tournament for 2021. Again, we did not have one last year. In fact, the hockey season didn't start until well after this point into January. So obviously everybody kind of thrilled that we're back to a relatively normal schedule, at least for now. I can't say for sure that it's guaranteed to stay that way, but it looks like it for now. That one floating way up in the air. Kept in at the line there. Nice play by Gardner with the hand, but now the Spuds get it. Penalty time is over. That one deflecting way up in the air. So back to 5 aside as Moorhead kills off the Wayzata power play. Nice little return and pass to an open wing. And flicked out of there by Jake Matson, sending it long for Wallen. All the way across, that'll come, and they'll have to regroup. Reese Gardner. Gardner getting it right back there from Lesser. And then flip deep into the Moorhead zone. Dug out of there. Nice hands by Punzenberger. He keeps possession, trying to put it out front. It was blocked, and again, ooh. And here's a try from low in the circle that goes wide. Played behind the net. They try to get a return. Moorhead just looking to get off the ice right now. They were going to hammer that one down the rink, but couldn't do it. And now kick free, Lindbergh. Back across to Moorhead. Moorhead trying to finish a change in a hurry here. Luckily for them, that one kind of handcuffed McCollins. Pass onto the stick now of Lindbergh, leading the rush. Gavin Lindbergh up the left side. Oh, floats it out front, and it trickles right next to the net there. Follow-up, Triggs throws it back down deep.
Well, plays like that will make your goalie start twitching involuntarily if they keep that up.
Banked off the end wall there, and back to track it down is Moorhead. And let's see, this one will be an icing call against Wayzata. 5:32 to go here in the second, and we remain at 2-1.
I'm kind of surprised here with the Spud size compared to, of course, they're not that small in comparison, but they're doing a great job defensively in their own zone. They're disrupting Wayzata, although Wayzata got some good opportunities. They're still hanging tough.
Streeter coming up ice, and nice stick work there to deny him by Grammer. Jake Madsen sending it up the wall. Streeter trying to get there. Grammer got there first, and it actually pops into the Wayzata player bench there. So get a face-off outside the blue line.
That box seems to be a magnet for pucks. In the first game, we saw about 4 or 5 going there.
Wallen and Ness facing off here. Pops into the Moorhead zone. Shoveled along the wall, but now it might have hit the bench again, it looks like, so we'll get another draw. Got a lot of ice to work with, but they kind of kept it in that one little area.
Well, Spuds are good keeping it contained. They're not giving Wayzata a lot of room out there to work with, and that's their speed, that's their skating. They're staying toe-to-toe with them, not giving them any room. And they get the puck, Spuds right on them.
Played back down deep. Jack Arnold back to play it. Floated across ice here, and nice little play to tip it ahead by Evan Johnson. Spud's able to get it in. Now Nave picks it up, pressured by Ness. Banked it around, and Schiller will grab it. Nice job to avoid the linesman there. Ooh, a little chop in the back delivered by Reese Wallen there. Luckily, he held up from doing it a little bit harder. That one might have been a penalty. Banked off the glass. It was tips and no icing here. Schiller back to play it. But nice work there by Alstead to win that battle. But then taken away. Alderson carrying it for Moorhead. Ooh, close to offside there, but not quite. Nave banking it out. Grammer back out there to play it. Grammer spins away from a check, but then intercepted by Nave briefly, but chopped loose from him. Reese Gardner back to gather. And that one taken away, and then it pops back out to center. Searles. Now they get it over to Stahlberger, but taken away. Little drop pass, and now the return out front, and actually it goes right in on Bennett. They tried to get it back. Sauer and McCollins working together there.
Well, the Trojans are trying here, Jay. You can see the trying to put an effort together, but boy, Moorhead is just really cutting down angles, making sure nobody gets too far away, and then deflecting whatever they can as it comes to them.
Tried to throw it at the net there to John Madsen, but there's a lot of traffic. Now they get another opportunity and a goal! Pumped home by Justin Lesser.
Oh, boy.
And Wayzata ties it up as he snuck one over Vanette's shoulder. The defenseman jumping into the play to get a goal there for the Trojans.
Well, Vanek got fooled on that one. He thought there was going to be a pass to the wing. He wasn't expecting that shot to come in on him. And you can see the movement here. And he just lets it rip. And he had his eye on the winger coming down, and it just beat him clean.
Yeah, Vanette's been solid. But that time, I think you're right. And, you know, high stick side, those can give you trouble. And I don't think he was expecting the shot there. So Lesser scoring to even us up at 2-2. And this one will be icing against Wayzata, and we'll head back to the other end.
Well, if you look at the odds and everything right now and the way the momentum of the team's going, I mean, Wayzata should not have gotten a goal, but all of a sudden it changes. Oh, reminiscent of the first game. Boy, it helps so much when your defense can step up and put a puck on the net for you.
John Madsen and Lindberg facing off here. 3:03 to go in the second. Spud's able to control the draw. Back down deep toward Lindberg. Lindberg spinning off the wall, keeps possession, and then finds Schiller. Schiller playing it back down deep. Bent spinning out of there with it. Turns and fires. Blocker save. Probably was going wide anyway there, but Ingeman directing it to the corner. Now out front, turnaround try by Carson Triggs. Lesser took a hard hit and Schiller intercepted it. However, he had to retreat outside the zone. Now for Lindberg, and then dumped in. And the Trojans able to get it. Ooh, they had a chance there for an odd man rush, but instead it'll be icing. The angles weren't great, and he couldn't quite sneak it through there to Jake Madsen.
Well, early in the season, you're going to see stuff like that. Just missing it a little bit, just a little outside. As the season goes on, they'll get better at it.
Ness and Wallen facing off here. Again, Spuds win the draw. They've been pretty good on faceoffs. High shot over the net. Kick loose at center. Now regathered there by Arnold, playing it across to Ryerson, who had the first goal for Moorhead. Ryerson trying to go to the net. He's cut off, so he throws it back to the point here. Grammer shooting. Stick save there by Ingeman. Pulled out of there by Wallen. Now they come back toward Miller. Can't get it by Grammer, though.
Well, that Spud D has got no fear standing up at that blue line, boy.
Yeah, their first two pairs especially just skate.
Yeah.
They skate really well too. I mean, I think they feel they can get back if needed. Here's Wallen dropping it out front. Here's a chance and a goal. Britton Alstead. Just when we talked about Moorhead not being afraid to stay on the blue line, they give up a breakaway.
Okay, now you got to be afraid. Okay, fear the Trojan now. Okay, please. Wow.
Britton Alstead, the sophomore, was in great position to receive the pass, and Wallen put it out there perfectly for him, and he's all alone. Didn't waste any time with Deeks. He saw an opportunity and took the straightaway shot and is able to beat Jacob Vanette.
I like that low shot, glove side. Beat him. Nice play.
So Wayzata now leading at 3-2 as they get a pair of goals just exactly 2 minutes apart. And looking for more. Streeter carries it in, looking for John Madsen. We're under a minute to play here in the second period. All the way around it comes now, Evan Johnson. Spud's looking to break it out here, thrown all the way across. And it'll be an icing as it trickles wide of Ingeman's cage here. So 33.9 to go in the period, and we'll get an offensive zone face-off for Wayzata as they have come alive here with a couple of goals, a couple of minutes apart to go in front 3-2.
Just some smart plays that made all the difference in the world, you know, and you don't have to dominate, just at the right time. We saw that in the first game with Edina. Pick your spots. Whoa.
Carried up ice here, and the shotting and the save, and then the rebound. He held his ground and hugged the post there. His career got that first attempt away. Now into the circle it comes. Tried to drop it down low. And jab loose. It'll come bouncing out. Career banking it ahead and back in the Wayzata zone, and that's going to do it for the second period of play. So good recovery by Wayzata. And our score after 2 periods, it's Trojans 3, Spuds 2. We'll be back with more here on CCX.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight, both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand trying to text somebody back, because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
Welcome back here to Plymouth Ice Center. Wayzata closing strong in period 2, and they now lead Moorhead by a score of 3-2. Pat O'Leary, the Trojans coach, joins us. And what do you think about that comeback, and what kind of led to it, would you say there, Pat?
I mean, our message after the first period was just we feel like we weren't running into people, we weren't getting winning stick battles and getting the puck to the net, and we battled a little bit there at the end, which was really good. The game I think everybody settled into the game a little bit in that second period, and we made a couple nice plays, got the puck to the net, and you know, it was nice to come up 3-on-3-2. We got a lot of work ahead of us here in the third.
I think we knew coming into the season that your goaltender was pretty good, and he's showing it in this game tonight. Yeah, he's always super focused, and it's nice to have him back there. And you know, he obviously had a good sophomore season, but he's continued to work hard, and you know, we'll rely on him. But even hearing the guys on the bench, it's like, you know, you got to play for him too. Like, you can't be giving up 2-on-1s all the time and you know, rebounds. So he's going to make the first save, but we got to get pucks out in front of him every chance we can. Yeah, you talked about how experienced your D is, and to be honest, they've been caught a little out of position more than you probably like to, right, so far? I'm glad you said that. No, it's just they're so aggressive right now, where it's, you know, I mean, you're so used to playing summer hockey and everything, and pinching at the wrong times, and you know, trying to make skill plays when they should just move it. And so yeah, I mean, we've been talking a lot about it, and you know, if we're going to find a way to win this game, like, we got to no more odd man rushes and just play 5-on-5. And what's the most important thing for this third period that you want to see? I think we got to come out in the first 2 minutes and kind of get pucks in and get one to the net, and you know, run into some people and stuff like that, and get everybody on the ice. You know, this time these kids are getting tired. So I know John, you know, plays a long bench, so we're going to do the same thing, and you know, that's the biggest thing, the first 2 minutes. Thanks, Pat, and good luck on the third. Thank you, appreciate it. All right, Pat O'Leary, the Wayzata head coach. His team now leading Moorhead 3-2 as we get set for period number 3 here, the Turkey Trot Tournament, sponsored by CCX. We'll be right back with our second period highlights.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You'll also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV.
Three to 2, Wayzata leading Moorhead. Another good one here after a 6-5 overtime win for Edina over Maple Grove in our first game of the Turkey Trot. Let's take a look at some highlights from period number 2 here in this one. So we get a look at Ingeman having to make another big stop there, and then just as importantly, swept the rebound away with the goal stick. And then they get another good opportunity there, and he slams the door on a chance in close by Carson Triggs. And then things got a little bit rough after that. And then with this shot attempt here from the circle put in by Lesser, the defenseman, that one tied it up at 2-2. And then a couple minutes later, a nice little pass floated out front. Britton Alstead finishes on the assist from Reese Wallen. And now a 3-2 lead. And I thought it was interesting that Pat O'Leary talked about at times his team almost too fired up, being too aggressive and getting out of position a little bit there. So see, the scoring chances are pretty close. We had the one major penalty taken by Wayzata in the first, and that led to a power play goal for the Spuds. And Coach O'Leary admitted too that he expects both teams are kind of getting a little bit tired on that first night. You expend a lot of energy in those first periods, and he expects to have to both teams to be using their third lines pretty extensively here in the third period. We've got one period to go, and then one more day to go of this tournament on Saturday. It'll be 5 o'clock and 7 o'clock games again as well. Moorhead will play in the 5 o'clock game no matter what to give them a chance to make the journey back up north to Moorhead. Wayzata 3, Moorhead 2. We'll take a break and come back with the third here on CCX.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
Welcome back here as we get set for period number 3. A pair of goals late in the second, pushing Wayzata into the lead at 3-2 as we begin our third period here. Moorhead ranked number 3 coming into the preseason poll. Let's Play Hockey, and Wayzata number 10. But we already saw number 1 Maple Grove go down in a tremendous rally by Edina in the first game of the tournament. The Hornets closed from being down 5-2. Tied it up in regulation, won it in overtime 6-5. So let's just say this one a long way from being over as you get a look at the rankings to begin the season. And again, these are, somewhat based on last year and who has what coming back and all that. But I think it's fair to say that all these teams that you see in that list are going to be pretty good this year. That's that much I think we can say with some certainty. And in fact, Moorhead, after playing 2 good teams here, they play Andover in their first game after this too.
Yeah. Well, the other one there that's going to be sneaky and will be on a mission is Hill Murray. Like you were saying earlier, after that sad situation last year, those poor kids have to forfeit the state tournament because of COVID.
Long bank pass ahead, misses for Streeter, and that will be icing, but an unforced error there against Wayzata, so we'll bring it back into the Trojan zone. Pat O'Leary said, I'm really wanting to see a good first 2-3 minutes out of our kids in this third to kind of set the tone for how we're going to play the rest of the period. Even though they did, score those goals to go ahead, there were definitely some things he saw that he wasn't super thrilled with, and, as any coach this early in the season.
Absolutely. Well, the score doesn't indicate what's really going on out there, really. Moorhead really has been the better team throughout this game.
Carried ahead. John Madsen, though, had to wait for it and ends up being offside as Streeter was carrying in. He just couldn't quite control that puck bouncing at the blue line, so we will get a draw. And we were talking about earlier, and it isn't just us up here. Coach O'Leary said feels very warm in the building. And like you said, Dan, that's probably affecting the ice a little bit too.
You're seeing some bouncing pucks. You're still seeing some areas still wet. Of course, we're less than a minute into the period, but still.
Bounces away. Schiller not quite able to keep that one in. And so the whistle sounds there. And Schiller, to his credit, didn't get too upset when he took a check kind of right as the whistle was going there. He realized that was a legal play or a logical play for the guy to make on him there. So
nice reaction on the coaches on the Wayzata bench. No. And they got the call.
Another face-off coming up. This time will be inside Wayzata zone here as we've had a choppy start to the third so far. Schiller back at the point, plays it along the wall, then way across it comes. Schrader sends it to the point. They look weak side with it, but too much on that pass up in the air. Trojans looking to counter. Long ahead there, too far from a Collins and chopped right back out. Flicked in there by Ryerson.
Keep your eye on the backdoor play here for the Spuds. They like doing it. We saw it early in the first period. They'll go back to it here.
Schiller shooting. Blocker save there by Ingeman. Centering pass was knocked down. Pops free there, pinching in to try and keep it alive with Creer. Now it comes back the other way. Punzenberger going to the net. Schiller, though, able to cut him off. Punzenberger sticks with it. Now floated out front and just unable to control it was Punzenberger.
Sometimes that puck gets in that no man's land between your stick and your elbows.
Back out to center, then intercepted. Little backhand pass got away from Miller. Banked around there to Grammer. And then intercepted at center by Wallen. He tried to dump it in, but it didn't quite make it there. Pushed ahead by Stahlberger. Lots of hitting in this one. Both teams taking the body whenever possible. Now lobbed in by Luke Miller. First to it is Alstead, who scored the go-ahead goal. Back to the point it comes. Oh, and that one deflecting up high as it hit Luke Miller, his teammate, on the way in. Let's see where they'll put this face-off. It's going to be outside. Yeah, it was off of Wayzata. That's correct. Good job by the officials, too, getting it together. But from our vantage point, it certainly appeared to be the right call.
Well, I think Coach O'Leary too. He's gonna have guys flying out of the zone. He's gonna throw the puck out into the neutral zone, and just reject the Spuds whenever they get the puck inside the Wayzata zone. They're gonna try and just get it out in the neutral zone.
Scratch for it along the wall. Now Lesser. Oh, there's a tip that goes just wide. Streeter hustles after it, looking for John Matson. Taken out of there, though, and here come the Spuds. Alderson leading a rush. 4-on-2 if they hurry. Alderson took a hit, though, from Lesser, and then another stronger one. Lesser throwing the body around there. Here's Nave, floating it for John Matson. And then way behind Streeter, and back the other way it comes.
No-look pass. Don't do no-look passes.
Stahlberger's pass out front. Oh, and it deflected off the body there of Bentz. And Ingeman had to knock it out of there. And it's interesting that you talked about that, as Pat O'Leary mentioned, the guys are sometimes playing like it's still summer hockey, taking bad gambles and kind of just playing. And I think that last sequence kind of fit that description.
Summed it up very nicely, actually. Yeah.
Lindbergh playing it down low. Sent out front, now a flip at it. Ingeman lost his stick, but somehow hangs onto the puck, and he might be, not sure if he's shaken up a little bit as well there, but he keeps it out of the net. That's first and foremost. You see a nice little opportunity in close right there. Kick to the skate. Oh, and then that one went off his mask.
Oh, that one had goal written all over it.
Very close to going in.
Yeah. Harper Bentz, boy, I tell you, isn't it amazing? It bounces off him and goes toward the net.
Here's an opportunity, but a swing and a miss at it there by Bentz. And a penalty coming up against the Spuds, as Alstead was taken down by Creer. And that will put Wayzata on the power play.
Well, nobody seemed to have a problem with that call. That was fairly obvious. Now here's the opportunity for Wayzata to build a little cushion. See the change here.
Made the move to the inside, and he gets the stick into his midsection and called for the hook. 4:25 the time of the penalty, so Wayzata with a 3-2 lead and now getting a power play. This is a pretty big kill for the Spuds. And they're able to get it up and out immediately as Ryerson sends it down the rink. Ingeman leaving it for Nave. John Matson back for Nave. He'll gain the zone here. Nave bringing it to the forehand, firing, and then the rebound goes just wide. Another try at it here, pops all the way to the corner. Nave back to pick it up. Then gave it away. Ness straight up the middle. And now Ness will get it back. Puts it out front, shorthanded try here. And Ingeman with a huge stop. Aaron Ryerson trying to outweight Ingeman and lift it over him, but it couldn't quite do it.
That's been 3 spectacular saves that he's made today. Going that one post to post. And that first one, that one there. And there was another in the second period he made a brilliant save on.
Lindbergh shorthanded rush here. Keeps possession. Now waiting for help. Gets it. Here's a high shot. Ooh, that didn't miss by much. Jack Arnold trying to go under the crossbar. Now Sauer. Floats to the corner. Arnold back to play it and gets it. Wayzata was changing, so quite a bit of room to break it out there for the Spuds. Gardner picks it up here. 40 seconds to go in the power play for Wayzata. They almost gave up a shorthand goal the other way. Lesser floating it out front. It was deflected, and a follow-up try is hacked. And that one was tipped by a defenseman up and out of play. We'll get a face-off in the Spud zone here. 11:01 to go here in period 3, and 26 remaining on the power play. Another look at this one. Got it way out wide, and then Ingeman with the left leg able to keep it out. Spuds win the draw here.
Yeah, winning faceoffs doesn't make any difference whatsoever. Oh my gosh.
Trojans, though, able to keep it in. Lesser, now they slide it across. Gardner firing, and there's a nice stop made by Vanette. Gardner able to keep it in. Just a couple ticks left in the penalty. Now an opportunity. Ooh, a little sneaky shot there from right along the red line there, and Vanette stayed with it. Penalty is over, so Spuds back to full strength here. We're still at 3-2 Wayzata. John Matson, a clean win on the draw. Matson, a turnaround try there was denied. Then it's sent over the net by Osberg. Streeter takes a hit from Creer. John Matson jumps in to gather the puck. Osberg, into the shin pads there. Look out, here comes Schrader. Schrader firing, and a blocker save there by Ingeman. Didn't have room to do a lot else with that one, just took a good hard shot. And that one will be offside here. Get a face-off with 9:59 to go here in the third. Still 3-2 Wayzata.
See the movement down the wing here. Good shot off the side. And, when you're down a goal, there's no such thing as a bad shot if it hits the net.
Moorhead coach is asking about this call here. Officials getting over to discuss. I don't really know. Just making sure they're on the same page on the call, I guess, there.
I think Coach Hammer was looking for it to be inside the Wayzata zone.
Round it comes to Gardner. Play it back the other direction. Chopped loose near the blue line. Trojans able to get it into the Moorhead zone. Searles back to play it. Knocked down, but gets the pass away. Good strength there by Ryerson to stay with that one. Floats it across. And Gardner will intercept it. Hand pass here, I believe we got called. Oh no, played by a high stick. Oh, it's going to be a penalty actually, no.
Yes.
Max McCollins, it is a high sticking penalty. That's what I thought, but nobody was going to the box and the gate hadn't opened or anything. And I thought, well, I kind of doubted myself, second guessed what I was seeing from the referee there, but it'll be a high stick against Max McCollins of Wayzata. So Moorhead to the power play.
Well, the good news, Jay, is your eyes didn't lie.
Comes right in on goal there to Engelman, so get another face-off coming up. Off the draw, Trojans quickly get it out. Comes right in on net, Vanette stopping it there, leaving it for Grammer. Here's Gavin Lindberg floating it ahead. Right at the line was Triggs. Triggs going to the net, but lost it. Gardner trying to play it around him. Now it's picked up. Triggs putting it out front and tipped right onto Engelman there as Bentz was lingering in front. Got a stick on it, but not enough to deflect it by the Trojans' junior goaltender.
Well, I like the way Engelman is just staying very cool and calm. And he's making a lot of saves. He's working hard, but the more calm demeanor he shows, the people around him will show calm demeanor, even though they're getting barraged a little bit.
Grammer dropping it off to Lindberg. Back to Grammer. Got traffic out front. Here's that shot knocked down. Lindberg picks it right back up, though. Tried to go way across, but missed. And they'll have to regroup. Grammer circling back. He'll whip it ahead to Lindberg. Here's an opportunity for the trailer. Oh, good drag move there by Bentz. Got the defenseman to go down to a knee and nearly put that one in. A little under a minute to go on the power play. Here's a shot, and that one might have hit the pipe. Down low with it. Bentz sliding it across. Lindberg was all alone, but Lesser just got a piece of that.
Back door again.
Played in behind Wayzata's net. Gardner hammering it around and gets it out. They're going to try and hurry and at least get a couple of guys changed there. Lindberg puts on the brakes, keeps possession, has an open ring on the left and gets it there. Back. And jabbed away there as they put Schiller in a tough spot. He had somebody right on him when he received that pass. Then the pass fanned on by Creer. And knocked back to center. Nave will knock it in. And the penalty has expired, so Wayzata kills off the minor to McCollins. Still leading at 3-2. Hit thrown there by Osberg, and he freed the puck up, and they get it back in deep.
Yeah, the more we call his name, Osberg's become he's playing very well for the Trojans as a steady D there.
Pass hits a skate. Streeter dug it loose. Moorhead having trouble getting it out of their zone now. Played back down low by Osberg. John Matson first to it, pays the price as Creer takes him out. Good compete level here for Wayzata on this shift. They're keeping him bottled up. And knocked free at center. Everybody lost sight of it briefly, then taken by Ness, and then knocked away from him. Schiller dropping the pass off to Ryerson. Floating it ahead to Tweet. Out front. Oh, and a great chance there.
Boy, it doesn't matter the Spuds how badly they're getting, a shot or outplayed. All of a sudden, they just figure out a way to get to the net with that puck.
Wyatt Tweet closing in here and firing, and Engelman just barely fought that one off with his up on the upper part of his arm on the left there.
Yeah.
I don't think he was sure where the puck was even at that point. He just got enough of that to keep it out.
Well, just good positioning. Probably should have let the shot go about a second earlier.
That one tipped loose. It's laying out front. And it'll come to Engelman. And then some rough stuff in front. Ooh, and a little last shove there by Tweet. But it's going to have to be relatively blatant down the stretch here probably to get a call.
Well, the other part of it, the Trojan is going, okay, what's your number? Okay, gotcha. I'll be seeing you in a few minutes here. And now that's the way it should be. You do it cleanly, you do it right. You know, you don't have to get into a fist fight or anything like that. All right, give me a little rough up. I can give you a little rough up. You know, the other thing I got to say, too, in these past 2 games, referees have been really good. Consistent. Nothing dumb. They've kept the flow of the game going.
Flipped ahead, chipped in by Jake Matson. Searles recovering, but he was checked there by John Matson. Now Streeter picking it up. Streeter fires, pad save. And then a pretty juicy rebound, but Spuds got to it first. Gardner kept it in. That one deflects wide. Streeter picking it up. Back out high, Moorhead. And into the midsection of Burnett, and then look out. Things getting heated a little bit. Goaltender ended up pushed back into the net. And I think we're going to have at least 1 penalty. And then Streeter is locked up over there with Wyatt Tweed away from the play. And they're going to take off Grammer. This will be interesting. So far, it looks like it might be just Moorhead getting a penalty.
Well, I think so. I don't think they had a problem with the first cross-check. It was the second one that got him. Shot on goal, goes in tight. Trojans in between the net and all that. Now, there's the one. There's the other one. That's the one I think that caught him.
Yeah, and the bad part, I think, for Moorhead is you're putting your goalie at risk there. I mean, I understand you're trying to clear him out, but he really shoved the guy right into his goaltender, too.
Yeah, you do that sometimes. Goaltender reminds you a little later that that's what you did. You might get a chop in the back of your legs in practice or something, but...
And we got a very good look there at the referee pointed, almost like pointing for a goal.
Yeah.
That he saw that penalty, and I'm calling that.
Like I said, the referee's been very good. I haven't seen coaches get really upset. Flow of the game's been kept, which is great. I love that. All right, let's get it done. Let's get moving on. Let's drop the puck and play. Pace of the game has been very good too, Jay.
So another power play for Wayzata here. They're already leading 3-2 and only about 5 minutes to go. So obviously good opportunity for them to at the very least eat up some time and at best, you know, add an insurance goal. Not the time that Wayzata wanted to take, or excuse me, Moorhead wanted to take a penalty there for sure. And
yeah.
One of their better players too. And one of those things, like I think you said it right on the head though. They were going to let him get away with one, but when he came back with an even harder one the second time, then it was time for the arm to go up.
Even if he would have dropped one hand off the stick, I think he would have got away with the second one too.
Tip loose by Benz. Now the race is on, and coming way out to play it there is Ingeman. Good decision by him as it turns out.
I love it.
Intercepted by Lesser. Drops it off. Here's a shot, and that one sailing high from Luke Miller. Play goes on. Schiller coming up with it. Tipped out. Oh, and there's a chance for 2-on-1. Lindbergh has Bentz with him. Lindbergh out front for Bentz. Backhand. Oh, and Ingeman with another huge stop. Oh, the kids on the glass are loving it for Wayzata. The fans are giving him the best kind of salute they've got right now. Jumping up and down, and that was a heck of a save there.
Just watch this save. We're just going to let it go. Watch him make the saver. You couldn't do that better in the pros. The guy gets that blocker out.
And great hands by Bentz. That puck actually bounced in the air, and he played it out of midair, and still Ingeman stopped him.
Well, as good as Bentz is, he's had some great opportunities, but he ain't had that many, which they've kind of locked him down pretty good.
John Matson took a hit, but kept the puck going. Sauer trying to get it to Streeter. Streeter gets into it. Ran into the referee a little bit there, but kept possession. Now John Matson jumping in to grab it. Getting the pass away to Evan Johnson. Nave from the point. That one bounces wide. 20 to go in the power play. Johnson into the circle. Kind of ran out of room there, and then it's thrown down the ice. A little indecisive with the puck that time, I thought. Ingeman playing it away. 5 to go in the power play. Oh boy, almost a chance out front as lurking was Triggs. Now John Madsen up with it. Penalty is over. Spuds have killed it, but 2 valuable minutes went off the clock. Nave carrying it in for the Trojans. Putting it out front. Puck's loose. They jab it and score. Streeter finishes it for the Trojans, and they take a 2-goal lead.
Speaking about getting in the grill of the goalie, boy, he definitely got in there. And the goalie knew he was there. So Streeter, there it is. Payoff. D to forward, he gets a nice goal for you.
Couple of jabs at it, and second try was a charm there as Nave created that play. And so now 4-2 Trojans.
Nice insurance goal by the Trojans.
Sauer will get the lone assist on Streeter's goal at 14:07. 2:25 to go, but remember that first game, there were probably some Maple Grove fans and maybe players that thought, oh, we probably got this one, but Edina thought otherwise, and Moorhead trying to duplicate that here in this one.
Jay, if you jinx this thing, I'm going to tell the Wayzata parents that you've been jinxing it.
That shot blocked down. Punzenberger flips it out to center. And then it comes loose again. Wayzata gains control once more. Luke Miller knocking it over now toward Wallen. Up the left wing side, Spuds will keep our eye. They are bringing goaltender Vanette to the bench. So an extra attacker on now for Moorhead. Empty net. It'll come out to neutral. Back across to Creer. Banked on out. Grammer back to gather for Moorhead. 1:25 to go. Moorhead down 2. Lindbergh. Chopped away from him. An empty net to shoot at, and just missing was Miller. Rebound try though. That one is blocked. And then a takeaway, turnaround shot and a goal. Luke Miller adds an empty netter for Wayzata with 1:06 remaining.
Well, sophomore comes around and he got a good opportunity and he missed on the first one. And about 20 seconds later, he got another opportunity, and this time he buried it. No hesitation either. He knew exactly where that net was. And as Wayne Larrabee likes to say, there's your dagger.
Well, Miller started it with that takeaway, so
yep.
Maybe in some ways it's kind of fitting that he ends up getting this goal, and then kind of a soft breakout pass there, and Miller had an empty net to shoot at, so.
He had a good look at it, too.
Here's John Madsen, a shot, and a nice save there by Vanette, who's obviously back in goal. Streeter trying to go to the net there. He goes down. Played behind the net.
Well, if this sticks, and I think it's gonna, we're gonna see 2 not so happy teams at 5 o'clock tomorrow, and 2 Lake Conference rivals who don't like each other for the championship. That works for me. At 7.
Yep, Moorhead and Maple Grove will play for 3rd. So the opening night of the season, now granted rankings are, whatever you make of them, but number 1 and number 3 going down in the first round of this Turkey Trot tournament here tonight. Nice win for Wayzata, 5-2. I thought they were probably outplayed for the first period and a half of this game.
Yes, I would agree.
Showing that it isn't all about how many chances you get; it's what you do with them. And they got some great goaltending. And I think their coaches have to be happy with the way they closed too. Once they got that 2-goal lead, they just never really let Moorhead, start to dominate or they just continued their forecheck pressure and did the things that you should do to protect the lead.
And I think the only thing Coach O'Leary's got to be upset about it, they let off, allowed too many odd man situations. That could have killed him. So he'll get that patched up tomorrow. But the grit and the teamwork that the Trojans showed, I mean, they moved the puck very well. They stayed within their game and did a good job. And very entertaining game for teams with completely two different styles.
So again, for Saturday, it will be Maple Grove and Moorhead at 5 o'clock for third place. And then Edina Wayzata for the championship. And you can join us again for live coverage on TV and online here, CCX Sports and ccxmedia.org. That's day one in the books here from Plymouth Ice Center. For Dan Ficken and all of our crew, your final in this second game, Wayzata 5 and Moorhead 2. We'll be back on Saturday night for day 2 of the Turkey Trot.